Welcome back.
Let me talk to you about great fights. Sugar Ray Robinson had 40 fights, right? 40 and 0. And then he lost one fight, right? And after he lost that one fight, 80 fights undefeated. So the record was like 174 and 1. Right. And around, 85 knockouts. You know? Listen, you get a guy like Henry Armstrong, right? He defended his welterweight title 20 times in 2 years. 5 times in 1 month. There's some monks in the past, they put people like me in check. They put our egos in check. And, I talk that shit, the baddest man on the planet, the greatest fighters God created. And then I look in the history books and I think, oh, fuck, I miss talking, nigga.
Need to hear it again?
Let me talk to you about great fights. Sugar Ray Robinson had 40 fights, right? 40 and 0. And then he lost one fight, right? And after he lost that one fight, he went 80 fights undefeated. So
He fought 80 times. He fought 80 times, lost one. No, he fought, 40 times? Went undefeated. Lost one time and then won 80 fights in a row. So when you say that, we're not the best fucking boxers in like all time, what you want to deal with Mayweather's 50 and 0? Because that ain't shit.
the record was like 174 and 1. Right. And around
174 and 1. Really?
85 knockouts.
85 knockouts.
You get a guy like Henry Armstrong, right? He defended his
He knocked out as many people as Mayweather fought and added an extra 30 on there. 30 extra knockouts. But nah, shout out to Mayweather. He's one of the greatest technicians in the world. But 174 and 1? Yeah, not better.
welterweight title 20 times in 2 years. 5 times in 1 month. There's some monks in the past, they put people like me in check. They put our egos in check. And,
How do you defend? How's that legal? You defend your fucking title 20 times in 2 years. That's not even like legal. Like, how can a man fight 5 times in 1 month? How's that legal? And you gotta realize he defended. He beat them. They wanted that black man to lose so bad they just kept throwing him in the ring and he kept beating him up, beating him up, beating him up. Like I said, this ain't about oh, look how great we are. This is not to throw anything into anybody's face. I just want to show my people's greatness and prove the shit that I talk about like, there's things we've done that people don't know about, and that's why all yous can say is, oh, Martin Luther King and rap. Tupac. Or fucking Mayweather, Jay-Z. Dude, we got niggas that was 100 times better than them in the 30s, dog. Like, stop it. Fair use. Guidelines, fair use.
15 untold black history inventors.
I'm just teaching.
Wasn't taught at school. Most people have heard about famous inventions like the light bulb, the cotton gin, and the penicillin. But did you know that many of the products we use every day were created by black people? Here's a list of 15 of them that, until now, you probably didn't know about. Frederick McKinley Jones. If your refrigerator has any produce from your local grocery store, then you can credit African-American inventor Frederick McKinley Jones. Jones took out more than 60 patents throughout his life, including a patent for the roof-mounted cooling system that's used to refrigerate goods on trucks during extended transportation in the mid-1930s.
So basically, he invented the cooling system in the refrigerator and the cooling system on trucks that deliver your food. So because of this, black man, we all have refrigerators and can have groceries that can last in our house for more than a week. So without, him, we'd be fucked. Without him, all the industries, all the growing of the cities and all of that, it wouldn't be here. We'd still be trying to figure this shit out.
He received a patent for his invention in 1940 and co-founded the U.S. Thermo Control Company, later known as Thermo King. The company was critical during World War II, helping to preserve blood, food and supplies during the war.
Oh, really?
Dr. Shirley Jackson. Dr. Shirley Jackson is an American physicist who received her PhD from the Massachusetts Institute of Technology in 1973. She was the first African-American woman to earn a doctorate in nuclear physics at MIT.
Oh, really?
In addition to her lengthy list of academic achievements, she also has an impressive number of inventions under her belt. Her experiments with theoretical physics paved the way for numerous developments in the telecommunication space, including the touch-tone telephone,
Oh, really?
portable fax, caller ID, call waiting, and the fiber optic cable. Today, Dr. Shirley
So basically, your cell phone wouldn't be as good if it wasn't for her. You starting to get the point here?
Jackson is the 18th president of Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute in Troy, New York. Lewis Latimer. Inventor and engineer Lewis Latimer was born in Chelsea, Massachusetts, on September 4, 1848. He collaborated with science greats Hiram Maxim and Thomas Edison. One of Latimer's greatest inventions was the carbon filament, a vital component of the light bulb. His inventions didn't stop there. Working with Alexander
Oh, so the light bulb didn't work until he invented the carbon filament, and now we have lights because of him. I wonder why. Come on, bro. Stop playing with me.
Graham Bell, Latimer helped draft the patent for Bell's design of the telephone. This
Oh,
genius also
telephone
designed
too?
an improved
Oh, the telephone too? We help make that work? Oh, okay.
railroad car bathroom in an early air conditioning unit. So the next time you're escaping a hot day inside your cool house, don't forget to thank Lewis Latimer. Marie
Okay, every time one of you turn on your AC, you have to understand, you have to be, every time you go in, you're like, thank God somebody made it. No, thank the black man! Sorry for the outburst, but you know.
Van Britton Brown. Did you know that the first home security system was invented by a black nurse? Meet Marie Van Britton Brown. Although
Okay, so when your house doesn't get burglarized because you have a security system, thank the black woman.
she was a full-time nurse, she recognized the security threats to her home and devised a system that would alert her of strangers at her door and contact relevant authorities as quickly as possible. Her original invention consisted of peepholes, a camera, monitors, and a two-way microphone. The finishing touch was an alarm button that, when pressed, would immediately contact the police. Her patent laid the groundwork for the modern closed-circuit television system that is widely used for surveillance, home security systems, push-button alarm triggers, crime prevention, and traffic monitoring. Otis Boykin. Otis Boykin's most notable
Okay, we're like 4 or 5 people in, and they literally saved hundreds and thousands of lives already. They've already given so much and made so much for people that it literally saved thousands of people and made their lives completely better, even to this day. But no, we're just niggers.
contribution to science was likely the circuit improvements he made to pacemakers after losing his mother to heart failure, a contribution that has saved countless lives since.
Okay, so all the old people that get pacemakers. Now you gotta think a black man. How many people do you know are racist and use all these things and literally will never know that the only reason they have it is because the people they hate and call lazy and stupid and just jungle bunny monkeys?
But this single improvement was among a long list of achievements. Boykin had 26 patents in his name and is famed for the development of IBM computers, burglar-proof cash register, chemical air filters, and an electronic resistor used in controlled missiles and other devices.
Oh, so he helped, make the cash register, all the cashiers, made their job easier, got a bunch of people jobs, made stuff for the military with missiles. And how come they have all these other patents that they're not bringing up? But you ain't never heard of these people. How come these people invented the very world we live in and their families aren't super duper rich?
Lonnie G. Johnson. Did you ever enjoy water gun fights as a kid? Well,
Super Soaker.
Lonnie Johnson, the man that gave us the most famous water gun, the Super Soaker. Lonnie wasn't a toy maker. He was actually an aerospace engineer for NASA with a resume boasting a stint with the U.S. Air Force.
Okay, so a black astronaut gave us the Super Soakers and provided all those children with all those fun summers. Because I remember that when it first came out, I was souped up, had my Super Soaker, especially the one that had the little extra little pack on the side. You could refill on a dude real quick. He run out of water. He like, I got you now.
Work on the Galileo Jupiter probe and Mars Observer project, and more than 40 patents. Yes, he is also working on the Johnson Thermoelectric Energy Converter, JTEC, which converts heat directly into electricity, but it's the squirt gun he created that has given us all the most joy. Charles Drew. Every 2 seconds someone in the U.S. needs blood. Thanks to Charles Drew, that blood is available. Drew was a physician, surgeon, and medical researcher who worked with a team at Red Cross on groundbreaking discoveries around blood transfusion.
Oh, word?
In World War II, he played a major role in developing the first large-scale blood banks and blood plasma programs.
Okay.
He also invented the, and get ready because this name is pretty charming, bloodmobiles. These are the refrigerated trucks that, to this day, safely transport stored blood to the location where it is needed most. Drew was one of the most prominent doctors working in his field, and one of the only African Americans, during a time when blood donation was still separated along lines of race. Drew eventually resigned from his position with the American Red Cross over their insistence on adhering to this policy.
Oh,
It was
really?
1950 before the Red Cross finally recognized all blood as being equal. Marion R. Croak. In 2013, Marion...
This guy figures out how to transport blood safely, save lives, but you know that's going to the war, and then he's gonna like help, like that's gonna help us win wars and stuff. So he literally is the one that professional, and he has to convince other people like, yo, bro, I understand you hate me, like I'm black and stuff, but our blood is like, it's blood. Stop being stupid and let me save you. Like, this is retarded.
Croak was inducted into Women in Technology International's Hall of Fame, a move that recognizes her remarkable achievements in tech. Croak holds over 135 patents, primarily in voice-over Internet Protocol, VoIP, some in other areas.
Oh, really?
She has another 100 patents currently under review. Today, Marion is an SVP at AT&T, serves as a mentor for women in AT&T Labs, and sits on the board for the Holocaust, Genocide and Human Rights Education Center. Lisa Jalopter. If you ever enjoyed an animated GIF on the web, like this one amazing clip of a kitten being scared by an iguana, then you have Lisa Jalopter to
Interested in modeling? Models in your area.
I don't know where to stop that, but hopefully you guys got a lot of those inventions right there, because I just did a whole lot of talking while this shit was on pause. So I have no idea how much time I got left and all of that. But I hope that enlightens some people on some things, and I hope all the other inventors of different nations I've brought to you guys have shown you things about the possibilities of just trying. Like, now, I'm not saying we gotta try to invent some new things or nothing. I'm saying these people have invented things and we have them and we're using them to do nothing, when we could be using them to better our families and our friends and ourselves, and but what do I know? I'm just one guy looking things up and seeing what people could do.
As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death,
I shall fear no evil. I'm stressing, trying to learn each of these lessons. Shadows giving head for the page inside. some blessings. What you call your soul is what I call your essence. Mind creates the personality, so give direction. Perfection is an illusion that is given, just like walls and bars are the only prisons. My mental walls build up, my bars is my scars. My tank is all filled up, my life is in pause. Others reaching for the stars, I'm reaching for my cause. Shadow preaching for the gun, I use my pen as my sword. Rather disciples misusing the Bible than recycle. Abusing knowledge to give a higher man a bad title. What can I do but fight you? I feel that it's righter to use my wisdom over the gun and remain a writer. Remain a fighter with a human desire to live free from the shadows and reclaim my title. I feel a break in every step that I take, cause everything is upside down, down, down. The old is real, the new is fake. Cause everything is upside down, down, down. They say the devil is man, God is the snake. But everything is upside down, down, down. I'm only taking the path that goes straight when everything is upside down. Men thinking they women, women thinking they men. Kids having baby with babies, grown folks playing in the sand. Laying down they like but not take a stand. How you down for the cause but never live up to the plan?
How he dies for his wife. Okay, it says in the Word of God in the Old Testament, talks about the husbandman. God is our husbandman. Israel called God her husband. And when Israel had gone and fornicated with other idols or gods, God gave them a written divorce paper. And so, in order for Israel to be redeemed back unto God, he died for them, because the law is basically, they die because of the law, because the wages of sin is death. So the power of sin is the law. So Jesus Christ himself died for Israel so that they could remarry him in the risen King. So that's why Jesus said, I come for the lost tribes of Israel. And the apostles were disciples of who were disciples of Jesus they were Israelites of the seed of Abraham. But the seed of Isaac he talks about is the seed, and that is Isaac was a foreshadow of Jesus Christ, death for the remission of the sins of the world, especially for Israel. And through Israel, the world will be saved. It's so awesome, brothers.
Oh, really? All love? All praise to my husband,